Joining us now is Congressman Jamie Raskin. Sir, thank you so much for making time tonight. I really appreciate you being here.
Rachel, it's good to be with you.
I have to ask, just because this letter has just crossed my desk, tonight the impeachment investigation report prepared by the Intelligence Committee has been conveyed to your committee, along with other materials, materials and records already released publicly, other records cited in the report, and certain sensitive materials, which is a vague and very alluring description to a person in the news business. Can you tell us anything more about what exactly your committee has just received?
No, I haven't seen any of it, but the whole committee and the committee staff will be working through the weekend, and I'm sure that digesting these materials will be part of our work product this weekend.
In terms of the way that your work process is going forward, Speaker Pelosi made this formal public statement that she's directing committee chairs to draw up articles of impeachment against Donald Trump. What can you tell us about the process? How much of this burden is going to be borne by your committee, by the Judiciary Committee? What's the status inside your committee in terms of how you're going to handle the writing of those articles? How are you going to approach this?
Well, the Judiciary Committee is going to be the writer and the preparer of the articles of impeachment. It's taken a lot of advice and information from these other committees that have been involved. You mentioned Foreign Affairs, Oversight, and, of course, Intelligence, which took the lead in the fact investigation of the Ukraine episode. But, you know, we have to look both at the specific events that took place that are detailed in the excellent report prepared by the Intelligence Committee, as well as the general patterns of misconduct that are suggested by it. And our academic witnesses, the law professors who appeared on Wednesday, all emphasized that obstruction of justice has been an integral part of the modern presidential impeachments, both the Nixon and the Clinton cases, because people who commit misconduct and demonstrate consciousness of their guilt do everything they can to cover up. And that cover-up becomes an integral part of the offense itself. And we have clearly seen that in the Trump case, because the cover-up continues to this very day when, the president continues to try to blockade witnesses, withhold evidence, and do everything he can to interfere with the progress of the impeachment investigation.
We know that there's going to be a hearing on Monday morning, bright and early, 9 Eastern time. We understand that the Judiciary Committee is going to take testimony from, among other people, the staff counsel to the Intelligence Committee, Dan Goldman, we believe, who was such an integral part of the questioning of witnesses and seems to have been an integral part of putting together this report. One of the things that I'm sort of trying to keep my head straight about is the fact that the investigation is ongoing. We just tonight saw a very provocative inquiry directed to the vice president's office, for example, about a matter that the Intelligence Committee would like declassified so that it can be factored into their findings of fact here. How much additional factual information do you expect that the committees will be extracting and going through in public, that we, the public, will be able to see as you guys move toward trying to put pen to paper and come up with the articles as they will be voted on?
Well, both Chairman Nadler of Judiciary and Chairman Schiff of Intelligence have declared the quantum of evidence that's already on the public record overwhelming. And it is not just overwhelming, but it's uncontradicted. There's basically no rival factual hypothesis out there. Basically, what you've got from President Trump is the claim that his conduct was perfect and the phone call was perfect and everything he did was perfect. But they have no other explanation or no other theory of what happened. So that doesn't mean we're not interested in collecting more evidence that would corroborate or contradict any of the evidence that we have. So we're going to continue to receive whatever else is out there. And the problem dealing with Donald Trump, it's not like Bill Clinton, who did one thing, and that really was a closed, finite episode. and you could kind of blow the whistle and then investigate it. With Donald Trump, this is a moving target. He's a one-man crime wave, and it doesn't end, and he's completely defiant and unrepentant. And so we do have to keep track of the other things that are taking place. I mean, Rudy Giuliani is gallivanting around Europe still today, I think, but certainly over the last several days, continuing to propound the discredited Ukraine 2016 the conspiracy theory, which is that it was Ukraine, not Russia, which engaged in this systematic and sweeping campaign to undermine our election. So is he acting as an agent of the president right now or not? Who knows? But in any event, their attempt to cover up and obfuscate continues on a daily basis.
Congressman Jamie Raskin, Democrat of Maryland, member of the Judiciary Committee and Oversight. Sir, thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're going to have not just a busy weekend, but a busy few weeks ahead of you. Thanks for being with us.